Well, YOMO is the country's very first mobile network built by and for young people and has been launched at the iconic Hector Pieterson Memorial. More than just affordable data, YOMO promises real access to skills training, income opportunities and mentorship, all aiming to bridge the digital divide and also ignite a new era of youth empowerment. And to further unpack this, let's now welcome the CEO of TechnoV8, Mr. Jose Andre. Jose, it's a great pleasure having you with us on the show, so welcome. So in the pinnacle of digital transformation and economy, it seems every day there's a new technology that seeks to simplify our lives for the different demographics. What can you tell us about this YOMO?
So good afternoon to you, Alicia, and to the viewers of SABC News. No, you're quite correct. So we live in an age where technology continues to evolve quite rapidly. So YOMO is short for Youth Mobile, and it is South Africa's first youth-focused mobile virtual network operator. And it's built essentially to connect young South Africans to opportunity. So what YOMO represents is a new era of youth connectivity, or a paradigm shift in terms of how we imagine connectivity. So what we've done is to position YOMO at the intersection of life-changing opportunities and digital access. So where those two coincide is where you find YOMO, and it's essentially meant to connect young people to opportunities. So the focus here is not on connectivity per se, but on opportunity. So the focus and the priority is not the means to an end, which is what connectivity is, but the end in itself, which is opportunity that is afforded to young people by the internet.
So an AI hub of some sort there, Jose. How will then this differ from the current service providers who are also battling for their market share of the pie, as consumers have this very difficult choice when choosing a reliable, but most importantly, affordable product, especially considering our current unemployment rates, especially among the youth, as well as the high cost of living and high data costs, especially, as I've said, among the young people? How will they even afford to be logged in, Jose?
Look, so Alicia, I think that's a brilliant question, right? So I think YOMO is actually the simple choice for young South Africans, and I'll tell you why it's a simple choice. It's because it differs fundamentally from any other telecommunication product that's on the market. So we've designed YOMO with the specific purpose of connecting young South Africans to opportunity. And how we've done this is we've built it on 3 pillars. The first pillar being mobile connectivity. And in this respect, we offer everything that traditional telecommunication offers you. This is data, minutes, data, voice, SMS, MMS, and other kinds of basic telecommunication products. But what we've done is we've priced it specifically for young South Africans, so it's quite affordable and reliable in that sense. But the second thing is that we've overlaid it with what we call the opportunity ecosystem that sits on a platform called the YOMOverse, which you as a YOMO subscriber are able to access free of charge or on a zero-rated basis. And what the YOMOverse essentially is an integrated platform that gives you multifaceted access to skills, development, education, employment, and entrepreneurial support and resources, as well as well-being. So the fundamental difference between YOMO and other providers is that on YOMO, your recreational activities don't compete with your development. So our connectivity offering is structured in a way that ensures that anything you do that is developmental doesn't compete with your recreational activities. And that means that you don't have to make the trade-offs of a loaf of bread against your own personal development, because we've built this platform called the YOMOverse that is free for all YOMO subscribers, and it gives you access to endless possibility. And we're working very closely with various stakeholders to ensure that the YOMOverse is rich and condensed with everything that young people need to develop and empower themselves. So it's fundamentally different from anything that there is in the market, and it's a simple choice for young South Africans.
It's a great initiative, Jose. I'm going to give you a loaded question, right, just for the interest of time. I mean, which platform will this YOMO be available? Let's talk about from high school to TVET colleges to university students. It's a great initiative and model, as I said, looking at all the opportunities that you said will unlock for youth, your education, education, business, and even work, even skills training with those zero-rated courses. But for this, critical infrastructure, Jose, is actually needed, especially in the villages and far-flung areas. And this, unfortunately, is where most of the impoverished and needy communities actually come from. Has this been taken into consideration? And I mean, we know that most people can have access to a smartphone, but it's not everyone that can have, the latest smartphones.
So look, from a network perspective, and again, it's an excellent question, Alicia. So from an infrastructure perspective, we've got a very wide infrastructure, because as a mobile virtual network operator that's built on the SABC network, which is now a multi-operator core network that brings together Vodacom and MTN, it gives wide spectrum of coverage. So we are happy that at least at a 3G and 4G level, we cover most parts of the country where young people find themselves. And of course, the connectivity is agnostic from a device perspective. So it doesn't mean you need a very specialized kind of device to be able to access, 3G and 4G connectivity. But what we've done is the manner in which we've built the YOMOverse is we've built it from a very light perspective, so that you can enjoy, everything the YOMOverse has to offer, from the most basic of devices to the most powerful. Your experience on the YOMOverse will be fundamentally the same. And that's the powerful thing about YOMO, Alicia. It's built, it's for young South Africans. It was built by young South Africans with young South Africans in mind. So this is a telecommunication offering that speaks to young South Africans in a way that no other does, because it's young South Africans who have built it for themselves, to uplift themselves out of poverty, to combat unemployment and economic inequality. And we're calling on you also, young South Africans, to come onto the YOMOverse and connect to opportunity.
Absolutely, Jose. With the NYDA, they are, of course, forecasting to connect about 1 million youth in the first part of the launch of this YOMO app. It's going to be a great initiative. We're looking forward to it. Thank you so much, Mr. Jose Andre there. He's the TechnoV8 CEO on the YOMO mobile network launch.